My boyfriend had an inseparable little group. 3 guys and 1 girl. Before taking me to meet them, he gave me a super serious talk. The kind you cannot joke about. If you mess with Lila in any way, we are done right then and there. No discussion. I nodded my head. All obedient. But inside I was vibrating with excitement. Taking the spotlight away from the little princess of the group. That is what we do best, right? Girls like me love a challenge like this. He repeated with the face of someone saying, the most important thing in the world. Even though you are my girlfriend, Lila is the absolute priority in my heart. If you want to be with me, you have to respect and protect her. After that ridiculous declaration, my roommates almost exploded with laughter. I covered their mouths right away, smiling sweetly while agreeing. Of course, love. Your friends are my friends. Lila and I are going to become best friends really quickly. They were pissed seeing me act submissive. You are the hottest girl on the entire campus. And you are lowering yourself because of some guy and his little sister. You are going to regret this big time. They left, slamming the door. But I did not even care. I grabbed Lucas's arm affectionately. Let us go. We should not keep your friends waiting. I opened the apartment door and there she was. Right in the middle of the couch like a queen on her throne. Light dress, angel face. The type that guys call pure and untouchable. 2 guys sitting on each side. Glued to her in a way that was not even settled. I imagined that this princess would be stuck up and arrogant. But as soon as she saw me, she jumped off the couch, ran to me and grabbed my hands. All excited. You must be Lucas's new girlfriend. Oh my god, you are so beautiful. These are Bruno and Ko. Hey boys. Stop staring and welcome our new member. She introduced me to the other 2. I felt a heavy vibe coming from both of them right away. Bruno with glasses gave a fake little smile and barely touched my hand. Kaya with short hair and a mean face crossed his arms and did not even try to hide his contempt. I licked my lips and opened an even bigger smile. Lila kept holding my hand, talking non-stop. How does a girl like this fall in love with Lucas? What did you see in him, huh? Lucas messed up her hair affectionately, took off his jacket and threw it on her chair. You are on your period right here. Stay warm. She looked at me right away like testing. There is not going to be jealousy drama here, right? The silence fell heavy. Lucas frowned. I raised an eyebrow. Super cool. Jealous? Of course not. Lucas already told me that you are like the little sister. To everyone, now that I have met you, I totally get it. You are too cute, sweet. It is normal that they treat you like a princess. The boys relaxed right away. Lila froze for a second, but soon went back to smiling. Wow, you are so different from the others. Lucas's exes were always competing with me. Out of nowhere, I wanted to be friends. But they always hated me. Suddenly making that protect me face. The guys stopped dating because of her, right? She paused and looked at Lucas with a scolding air. I cannot even believe you fell in love with Marina. She must have quite a trick. I just smiled, pretending I did not catch the hint. The food arrived. I felt that Lila was plotting something. I stayed alert, ready for the first real round. I hope she is good at this because I hate weak games. Suddenly, she let out a little scream. A bit of hot broth fell on her lap. She held her dress, face showing pain. I was going to ask if everything was okay, but Lucas pushed me aside and threw me to the floor. Bruno exploded. I knew it all the same. She acted nice before and now she showed her true face. Kaya adjusted his glasses. Cold. We swore to protect Lila forever. Nobody touches her. First time seeing you and your girlfriend already hurts her. Out of jealousy. Lucas. Explain this. Lucas's face darkened. Marina apologized to Lila right now. She shrank into the guy's arms, throwing me a victorious little smile from behind. Most girls would have left everything right there, after being pushed by their boyfriend, and accused in front of everyone. But I am not most girls. My eyes filled with tears right away. I held back the crying with difficulty. My voice came out trembling. Sorry, Lila. I did not see you when I went to get the broth. I really love Lucas and I really want to be your friend. You are so nice. You will forgive me, right? Lila froze, her whole body rigid. She forced a hard smile. Of course. Guys do not fight with Marina. It was not on purpose. I threw myself into Lucas's arms. Tears running down, while looking at him with a hurt face. For the first time, he seemed genuinely guilty. He hugged me tight. He was going to say something. But Lila cut in. Let us finish eating and go to the pool. Lucas, you were going to teach me to swim, right? I bought a new bikini and everything. As soon as she spoke, nobody cared anymore whether I had eaten or not. The guys dropped their forks. Let us go. The three of them surrounded her like she was a celebrity. Leaving me behind alone. Lucas looked at me sideways. But Lila already clung to him. Asking about swimming and stuff. Bruno grumbled, I swim better than Lucas. Let me teach you. She smiled sweetly. One at a time. You go. Then we arrived at the condo pool. She appeared in a discreet bikini. Floral, and clung to Lucas's arm without any shame. She barely stepped in the water. Let out a little scream and jumped into his lap. I came out with my much more flashy bikini, obviously. And saw the whole scene. I spoke calmly. Lucas, I also do not know how to swim very well. Teach me. They turned to me. Eyes wide. For a girl who gets by well. Like me, appearance counts a lot. Other guys in the pool were already checking me out. Lucas's face darkened. He let go of Lila without meaning to and came in my direction. But she grabbed his hand quickly. Smiling at me. Sorry, Marina. Today, Lucas is mine. He hesitated, scratched his nose. I promised Lila first, wait just a little bit. They went into the water together. She kept splashing water, clinging to him all the time. I was watching when an unknown guy approached. Hey, beautiful. Want me to teach you to swim? Lucas turned black right away. She is my girlfriend. Get lost. The guy looked at Lucas, then at Lila. Glued to him and laughed mockingly. You want everything for yourself, huh? You have a girlfriend, but you are glued to another girl. Lucas almost exploded. What are you talking about? I see Lila only as a sister. A sister you are sticking to way too much. I almost laughed out loud. But held it in so as not to make the fight worse. I told the guy, thanks. But I am good by myself. He left grumbling but left his number. Beautiful, if you get tired of him. Call me. As soon as he disappeared. Lucas turned to me yelling. These guys just want to take advantage of you. Can you have a little more? I lowered my eyes pretending nervousness. But in reality I was bored as hell there alone. Since you are busy teaching, Lila. Maybe Bruno or Ko can help me. They are so nice, real friends. They would not try to take advantage of me, right? Bruno, who was sitting really close on the edge, said it straight. Who here is trying to take advantage of you? Do you think you are the queen of the place or what? I opened an innocent smile. Then teach me. You too. They grumbled but ended up helping me get into the water. Like reluctantly. From afar came Lila's irritated little voice. Lucas, focus here. Come on. I looked sideways and caught Lucas staring at me several times. Since I got in the pool. He was distracted. Looking more at me than at her. Lila was already getting visibly pissed. I blinked slowly and suddenly pretended a strong cramp in my leg. I fell right into Bruno's arms. He was paralyzed. Oh. It hurts so much. Can you massage it a little bit? I forgot to stretch before getting in. I spoke softly in his ear while looking at Kaya with a suffering face. Kyle hesitated but dove in and started massaging my calf lightly. Suddenly, Lila's high-pitched voice cut through the air. Bruno, he got startled. Let me go quickly and swam to her. The abrupt push made me sink. I swallowed a lot of water. Panic of drowning came right away. I grabbed onto Kyle by instinct. And our lips touched as I tried to catch air. Ko's eyes widened. When the leg got better, I went to the edge. He turned his face the other way. Unable to look at me. As soon as I stepped out of the water, Lila came marching furiously. Marina, you are Lucas's girlfriend. How can you be so clingy with Bruno? Lila's voice rang out across the pool deck, shrill and accusing. How can you be so clingy with Bruno? I blinked, water dripping from my eyelashes, letting a look of pure confusion wash over my face. I didn't get angry. I didn't yell back. I just looked at Lucas, then at Ko, and finally at her, my lip trembling just the right amount. Bruno? I whispered, my voice hoarse from the water I'd swallowed. I pointed a shaking finger at Ko. Lila, it was Ko. And I wasn't being clingy. I was drowning. The silence that followed was delicious. Lila had been so blinded by her rage she hadn't even checked which one of her guard dogs I was with. Lucas stepped forward, looking torn. Lila, she went under. I saw it. She's faking it. Lila stomped her foot, water splashing. She looked ridiculous, like a toddler having a tantrum in a bikini. She just wants attention. She's trying to steal my friends because she knows she doesn't fit in. I coughed, a harsh, wet sound that I forced out of my chest. I wrapped my arms around myself, shivering violently. I'm sorry, I gasped, looking at the ground. I didn't mean to ruin your swimming lesson. My leg, it just locked up. Ko, the one with the mean face, the one whose lips had just brushed mine in the chaos, finally spoke. His voice was rough. She's not faking, Lila. I felt the muscle knot. It was rock hard. Lila's jaw dropped. Betrayal flashed in her eyes. You're defending her. I'm stating a fact, Ko grunted, though he wouldn't look at me. He was adjusting his swim trunks, looking flustered. He could still feel the electricity of that accidental touch. I knew he could. Lucas sighed, running a hand through his wet hair. The spell was breaking, just a crack. He walked over to me and wrapped a towel around my shoulders. Are you okay, Marina? I am now, I said softly, leaning into him but making sure to look over his shoulder at Lila. I didn't smile. I didn't gloat. I just gave her a look of pure, terrified innocence. Lila crossed her arms, turning her face away. Fine. Whatever. If you're all going to baby her, I'm going to the sauna. Alone. She waited. This was her move. She expected Lucas to drop me and run after her, begging for forgiveness. Lucas hesitated. He looked at the sauna door, then at me, shivering in his towel. Go, I whispered to him. She's your priority. I don't want to be the reason you fight. It was the reverse psychology checkmate. If I demanded he stay, he'd resent me. By telling him to go, I became the martyr. Lucas tightened his grip on my shoulders. No. She's being unreasonable. Ko, Bruno, get changed. We're taking Marina to get something to eat. She swallowed half the pool. Lila stopped at the door, waiting for footsteps that never came. When she turned around and saw Lucas helping me toward the locker rooms, the look on her face was worth every second of holding my breath underwater. Game on, princess. The next 2 weeks were a masterclass in subtle warfare. Lila tried the silent treatment, but I filled the silence with cheerful baking and accidental run-ins with the boys. My target wasn't Lucas. Lucas was already mine, he just didn't have the guts to admit he was tired of Lila's leash. My targets were the soldiers, Bruno and Ko. I found Ko in the campus library late one Tuesday. He was struggling with a statistics problem set. Lila usually made them do her homework, but I doubted she ever helped them with theirs. Hey, I whispered, sliding into the seat opposite him. Ko stiffened, his eyes darting around as if checking for Lila. What do you want, Marina? Just hiding, I smiled, pulling a textbook out of my bag. Lucas is busy with Lila, she had a nightmare and needed him to sit with her, so I'm studying. Ko rolled his eyes. He knew the drill. Right. The nightmares. Is that stat 201? I pointed at his paper. I aced that last semester. Want a hack for that formula? He hesitated. I don't need your help. Okay. I opened my book. But you're missing the variable in the third line. Just saying. He stared at the paper, then scribbled a correction. He checked the answer key. It matched. He looked up at me, suspicion warring with relief. Thanks. No problem. I leaned in, dropping my voice. Look, Ko. I know you don't like me. You think I'm some intruder trying to break up the Fab Four, or whatever. But I'm not. He crossed his arms, the memory of the pool flashing in his eyes. You like playing games. I like surviving, I corrected him. Lila has been the queen bee for a long time. It must be exhausting for you guys, always being on guard duty. Don't you ever want a girlfriend? Someone she doesn't chase away. Ko looked away. She's like a sister. Is she? I asked gently. Because sisters want their brothers to be happy. They don't treat them like accessories. I reached out and touched his hand, just for a second. I'm not the enemy, Ko. I'm just the only one who isn't afraid of her. I packed up my things and left before he could respond. But I saw him watching me walk away. Bruno was easier. Bruno was arrogant. I stroked his ego. When we were all hanging out at the apartment and Lila was going on about some fashion trend, I'd turn the conversation to politics or tech, asking Bruno's opinion. Wow, I'd say. I never thought of it that way. You're actually really observant, Bruno. Most guys just nod and agree, but you actually think. Lila hated it. Boring, she'd yell, turning up the music. Stop talking about nerd stuff. For the first time, Bruno looked annoyed with her. We were having a conversation, Lee, chill. The cracks were forming. The breaking point was Lucas's birthday. Lila, naturally, took charge. She planned a surprise party at a high-end club. She told me the dress code was casual chic, so I showed up in nice jeans and a silk top. When I walked in, I froze. Everyone, literally everyone, was in black tie formal wear. The guys were in suits. Lila was in a floor-length gold gown, shimmering like a trophy. I stood there in my denim, sticking out like a sore thumb. The humiliation burned hot in my cheeks. Lila rushed over, her voice dripping with fake concern loud enough for the whole room to hear. Oh no. Marina. Didn't you get my text? I changed the theme to Golden Gala this morning. Oh my god, you look so comfortable, though. A few people snickered. Lucas looked embarrassed for me. He started taking off his suit jacket. It's fine, I'll take this off, we can be casual. No, Lila grabbed his arm. Don't ruin the photos, Lucas. It's your birthday. I took a deep breath. This was it. The moment she wanted me to run away crying. Instead, I laughed. I threw my head back and laughed like it was the funniest misunderstanding in the world. I walked right into the center of the room, grabbed a glass of champagne, and toasted. You got me, Lila. I beamed. I'm the worst at checking my phone. But hey, at least I'm ready for the after party, right? Who needs a gown when you have confidence? I winked at Ko. He cracked a smile. I walked up to Lucas, ignored Lila completely, and kissed him, hard. A proprietary, searing kiss that made the room go quiet. When I pulled back, I wiped lipstick off his mouth with my thumb. Happy birthday, handsome. Sorry I'm underdressed. I'll make it up to you later. The promise in my voice was unmistakable. Lucas turned bright red, his eyes dilating. He forgot about the suit. He forgot about the party. He was looking at me like I was the only water in a desert. Lila's glass shattered. She had squeezed it so hard it broke in her hand. My hand, she screamed, blood dripping onto the floor. Lucas, help me. But for the first time, Lucas didn't move instantly. He looked at me, then at her. It took him a full 3 seconds to react. In that 3-second delay, Lila lost the war. A month later, the dynamic had shifted. The boys were tired. Lila's tantrums were escalating because she could feel her control slipping. She demanded a weekend trip to her family's cabin to reconnect. I wasn't supposed to go. Strictly the core four, she had said. But Lucas insisted. She's my girlfriend, Lee. If she doesn't go, I don't go. So there we were. A beautiful wooden cabin isolated in the mountains. The air was cold, the tension colder. Lila changed tactics. She stopped being mean and started being pathetic. She played the fragile card hard. She couldn't lift her bag. She felt faint. She needed Lucas to help her up the stairs. That evening, we were drinking wine by the fire. I went to the kitchen to get more water. I left my phone on the table, recording. I had a feeling. When I came back, the mood was weird. Lila was smiling at me. Here, Marina, she handed me a glass of wine. Let's bury the hatchet. I've been jealous, I admit it. But you make Lucas happy. I took the glass. Thank you, Lila. That means a lot. I brought the glass to my lips but didn't drink. I feigned a stumble, spilling the red wine all over the white rug. Oh my God. I cried. I am so clumsy. It's okay. Lila said, a little too quickly. Just, pour another one. No, I'll clean it up. I knelt down. Later that night, while Lucas was in the shower, I pulled Ko and Bruno aside. I played the audio recording from my phone. I had left it running on the table while I was in the kitchen. The recording was crisp. Lila's voice, I put 3 crushed laxatives in her glass. She's going to spend the whole night on the toilet. It'll be hilarious. Lucas will be so turned off. Bruno's voice, Lila, that's messed up. Don't do that. Lila, shut up. If you tell her, I'll tell everyone about that time you cheated on your entrance exams. You owe me. I hit pause. I looked at Bruno. His face was pale. Ko looked like he wanted to punch a wall. I didn't drink it, I said softly. But she poisoned me, guys. Basically poisoned me. And she's blackmailing you? Bruno slumped onto the sofa, head in his hands. She knows everything. She holds everything over us. We can't breathe, Marina. Yes, you can, I said, sitting between them. Lucas is the one with the money and the car. You guys are the muscle and the brains. She is nothing without you 3. If you stop protecting her, she loses her power. Immediately. Ko looked at me, his dark eyes intense. If we bail, she destroys us socially. Not if you destroy her credibility first, I said. Lucas is in the shower. When he comes out, I'm going to play this for him. All I need from you is silence. Don't defend her. Just let him hear it. When Lucas walked into the living room, towel around his waist, he found the 3 of us sitting in a semicircle. Lila was in the corner, scrolling on her phone, oblivious. We need to talk, I said. Lila looked up. About what? The rug? About the wine, I said. I pressed play. Lila's voice filled the room. 3 crushed laxatives. Lila lunged for the phone. Give me that. Ko stood up and blocked her path. He didn't touch her, just stood there like a wall. Sit down, Lila. Lila froze. Ko? Move. No. She turned to Lucas, eyes wide with panic. Lucas. It's a fake recording. She used AI. You know how tech-savvy she is. Lucas stared at her. He looked at the glass of wine still sitting on the counter. He looked at Bruno. Bruno, Lucas said, his voice terrifyingly calm. Is it fake? This was the moment. Lila glared at Bruno, her eyes promising ruin. Bruno adjusted his glasses. He looked at me, then at Lucas. He took a deep breath. No. It's not fake. I watched her crush the pills. Lila screamed. It was a primal, ugly sound. You traitor. After everything I did for you. You didn't do anything for us. Ko shouted, his patience finally snapping. You use us. You threaten us. You treat us like servants. Lucas walked over to the counter. He picked up the wine glass. He held it out to Lila. Drink it, he said. The room went dead silent. What? Lila whispered. If it's not tampered with, drink it. Prove them wrong. Lila's lip quivered. She looked at the glass, then at Lucas's cold, hard face. She slapped the glass out of his hand. It shattered against the fireplace. I hate you, she shrieked, tears streaming down her face, ugly tears this time. I hate all of you. You were supposed to choose me. I'm the priority. I'm the sister. You're not my sister, Lucas said, his voice breaking with disappointment. And you're definitely not my friend. Not anymore. He turned to me. He looked exhausted, broken, and deeply ashamed. Pack your bags, Marina. We're leaving. We can't leave her here alone, I said, playing the angel until the very end. Ko and Bruno can drive her back tomorrow, Lucas said, grabbing his keys. I don't want to be in the same state as her right now. I grabbed my bag. As I walked past Lila, she was curled up on the rug, sobbing into her hands. I stopped for a brief second. I leaned down, my lips brushing her ear. You were right, I whispered. I am a challenge. And you lost. The rest of the semester was a blur of victory. The group didn't survive, obviously. Lila transferred schools the next semester. Without her bodyguards, she couldn't handle the social isolation. Bruno and Ko drifted away from Lucas for a while, ashamed of their complicity, but eventually, they came back. But the dynamic was different. They respected me. They feared me a little. And they treated Lucas like a friend, not a prize to be guarded. Lucas and I stayed together. He changed after that night. He was less naive, more attentive. He knew what I was capable of, he knew I had orchestrated the recording, the timing, the exposure, but he didn't care. We were at the campus pool one afternoon, months later. I was lying on a lounge chair, sunglasses on. Hey, a voice said. I looked up. It was the guy from the pool that day, the one who had offered to teach me to swim when Lila was clinging to Lucas. Still need that swimming lesson? He grinned. I lowered my sunglasses. Lucas appeared behind me, wrapping his arms around my waist and resting his chin on my shoulder. He looked at the guy with a possessive, sharp glint in his eye that hadn't been there before. She swims just fine, Lucas said darkly. Walk away. The guy put his hands up and retreated. Lucas kissed my neck. You're dangerous, you know that. I turned in his arms, smiling that sweet, innocent smile that had started it all. I don't know what you're talking about, babe. He laughed, but he held me tighter. He knew. And he loved it. I looked out at the water. The throne was empty, the queen was exiled, and I was exactly where I belonged. Right in the spotlight.